What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. This is your First Team Report, and I'm Ian Gilmore. What a week the past week was, and it started off with a crazy Wednesday, a rainy Wednesday night. A big shout out to Morgan Keenley and the rest of our game ops team for getting the field and the venue ready for play. And once it was ready for play, 2.5 hours after scheduled time, we blitzed right by Birmingham 4-0. Goals from Seba Guinzati, Dougie Martinez, and Roberto Molina with his first touch, plus a clean sheet from Tim Trilk, gave us the 4-0 win. And then Tim kept another clean sheet a few days later. The game winner this time from Diz gave us another 3 points on the road and moves us up to 6th place in the East.
It's just been a team effort. I mean, everyone's been real focused, and it's something that we knew was crunch time. We needed to start making things happen, and that starts with keeping clean sheets. And my approach every game is, if I can keep a clean sheet, my back line can help me keep a clean sheet, then all we need is one goal to make it happen. We got lucky against Birmingham. We put 4 past them, carried that into Miami, and we were able to put another one in. So everyone's just, the vibes are high right now, and that's what's important. Everyone holds each other to a high standard in training and on the game pitch. So that's really what it is that there's never a difference whether it's training or a game.
Obviously, that winning makes everything feel better, right? Even your birthday's better. With 3 points. So yeah, the guys went down to Miami on the back of a late game on Wednesday for some heavy legs and some tired minds, but I thought the performance from start to finish was top class on Saturday. Controlled the first half, and unfortunately not to be 1-0 up at half time, and then came out in the second half, got the early goal, and showed just great resilience on the road to keep a clean sheet. So full credit to everybody. It was a full team effort. So it was nice to get back to that win. Yeah, huge. And we said to the guys, I said after the Birmingham game, I think Miami's now set to be arguably the most important game of the season. Just the timing of it, where both teams are in the league, kind of fighting for the playoffs, all those circumstances added up to what I said. The guys, this is probably our most important game of the season right now. And less than 3 points will not help us. We didn't want to go there and get a tie. I think it was important for us to come out with the 3 points, like I said, with Miami just right behind us, to put a little bit of a gap between the two teams, cement ourselves in the playoff picture. So getting those 3 points was absolutely massive.
Also this week, 2 boys in blue made USL Championship history with his first assist. On Wednesday, Solo Asante became the first ever player in USL Championship history with 50 goals and 50 assists. And then a few days later, with his assist for the game winner for Diz in Miami, Aiden Quinn became the second member of the 50-50 club.
For me, I mean, it's a great achievement. Obviously, following Solo into it. I've said before, if you're in a group or a club with Solo, then you're doing something right, because his stats and his product on the field is different level.
Yeah, I think it feels so good to get those numbers. It's not really easy, to get those numbers, and so if our names are in the record books, then it means a great thing. It means a lot.
No, it's incredible. Honoured to have them here. Honoured to have them here in general, but also, we're blessed for them to be here when they reach those landmarks and those milestones. 50 goals and 50 assists. It's not an easy thing to achieve, no matter what league you're in, how long you've been playing. It just shows their level of consistency over the course of their careers. It's been fantastic. Full credit to them. Absolutely ecstatic that they're both here, and they've been good all year. Aiden's been really consistent with his performance and his effort and his work. And Solo, he's got the quality like he showed on Wednesday night against Birmingham. He gets those 3 quality assists. So we hope for more over the remaining games of the season, because if we can get those 2 scoring, creating, then it puts us in a great spot.
As this week rolls on, we are headed to El Paso, Mark Lowry's old stomping grounds. And as players for us continue to return from injury, the Gaffer is starting to face some selection decisions, but as any coach will tell you, those are good problems to have.
It's a difficult place to play. Obviously, I experienced it for 3 years on the home side. Made Southwest University Park a fortress. Teams didn't like coming and playing us there, so I know it'll be difficult. You're dealing with the travel, altitude, dimension of a baseball field, all those things and look, a great crowd. A crowd that makes that place really difficult for away teams to go into. So it's a great club. I've got nothing but good things to say about El Paso Locomotive and the people that work there and the fan base and some of the players that are there that obviously I worked with for many years. But we have to go there and be professional and try and do a job. We know they're not in a great run of form right now, but I don't think that matters. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. Luckily, we have 3 games again next week, so there'll be rotation. 2 difficult away trips, obviously the travel to El Paso, and then the bus trip to Memphis is going to add those extra challenges to the body and the mind. So we're going to have to rotate through the 19, 20 players we have. So that will happen over the next 3 games, which is exciting. It's exciting for everybody. We've showed that we can put lineups out there now over this past week, different lineups, and come away with 3 points. So it's about the guys' attitude. And I said to them this morning, we've got more than 11 players right now that deserve to be on the field. Probably couldn't say that earlier in the season, whether it's through injuries or guys just not really, 100% focused or 100% committed, or the intensity wasn't quite there. But now we've got, I'd say 15, 16 players that deserve to be starting the game. So it's a case of the guys that aren't, just their attitude has to be spot on, because they're going to get called upon. And I used Diz as a good example this past weekend. He also didn't start the game back in his hometown of Miami. I told him before, look, you're not going to start. You've played Saturday, you've played Wednesday. We need you fresh coming into the game. We need some fresh legs to bring in. It's going to be a hot one. So he accepted that like a professional. He understood his reasons, and then he comes on and scores the winning goal. So it's a great example there of keeping the right attitude, no matter whether you're starting or not, because there'll be minutes for you, and when you're called upon, you have to perform. There's no time now to kind of be patient with people or give them time to get settled. We got 8, 9, 10 games after the season. It's about 100% commitment, front foot forward from everybody, and when it's your turn, whether it's 1 minute or 90 minutes, that's going to be the best minutes of your life.
And lastly this week, if you haven't seen our social media, you must have been sleeping under a rock, because you haven't seen the corn jerseys that are catching a lot of attention on social media. Herculez Gomez from Football America is making comments. Those on Morning Footy feature them this week as well. If you haven't gotten one yet, you need to head to Indy11.com or our social media page to find that post, and then buy your own corn jersey that our players will be wearing in warm-ups later this year. So a late kickoff this Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. from El Paso. We hope you'll stay up late and join us.